What's going on, YouTube? Back at it like a crack at it. It's your boy Reese, aka Conundrum TV, man. We back at it with another starting five pick and roll episode. This episode 10. Man, we've cracked double digits. We cracked double digits. We in this motherfucker, man. Shout out to everybody that's been tuning in, but we not gonna waste y'all time. We're gonna get into it. Shout out to my co-host that's missing also as well. Y'all see it's only 4 of us today. Shout out Boogie, but I'm gonna go ahead and introduce everybody. We got Dezo in the building. Say what's good.
Yo, what's good with y'all, man?
Yes, sir, yes, sir. And we got Jay in the building, Jay Sports.
Yep, let's get into it.
And then we got Vano in the building, man. What's good, Vano?
Oh, for Von X went to the label. How y'all feeling, man?
Yeah, yeah. So you see, we all got the little basketball background, and Dad's got the little palm trees in the background and shit. But,
Y'all see how I put niggas on game?
hey, Von is a little bit of a trendsetter on that. I ain't gonna lie to you. I needed a better background, I was told. But like I said, we getting better with this every week. But we gonna get into it. Starting off with the biggest news of the West, for real, for real. Jalen Green. Jalen Green has gotten injured yet again. This is one of your guys, Vaughn. What's going on with Jalen Green, bro? Because this shit is kind of weird that he just every time he come back, he getting re-injured. What happened to him? I don't even know what the injury is this time. What happened?
Honestly, don't know. I'm not gonna lie, because especially when he was in Houston, he was a guy who always stayed on the court. You feel me? Like he barely dealt with injury. So for him to be in Phoenix and be in and out of the lineup so much and dealing with these knick-knack injuries, I genuinely don't know what's going on. I ain't gonna lie. I can't even tell you, give you no like reasoning behind it. Like I don't know if he didn't take care of his body over the summer or whatever the case may be. I hopefully get that shit figured out. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah. Apparently, according to the matchup, he's listed as questionable in these next few games, so he might be able to return soon. But the Suns are 27-19 without him so far. If they add him back, I feel like that'll get him a surge on offense. It'll get him another fresh look. But what y'all think, Dez and Jay? Like, what y'all think about Jalen Green and his injuries? Like, is he on an AD trajectory right now?
No, I don't think it's no AD type trajectory, but it is a little alarming because, like Vaughn said, when he was on Houston, he didn't miss any games. He was like an Iron Man. So I think he might have like re-aggravated that hamstring again because like when he went up for I think a layup or something like
Yeah,
that, he kind of like came down grimacing a little bit. So I think it might be the hamstring that's bothering him still. Um, but I do like when he's out there though. It looks good for him. You know, Phoenix has a lot of spacing, so he can really play his game, and I feel like he can complement D Book well when he is out there. But it's just a little alarming because he really hasn't got injured like that until he got here to Phoenix. So hopefully they can figure out what's going on with that. But I don't know. I do like him in Phoenix though, because like I said, it just looks way better than what we seen in Houston regarding like the spacing and everything. So
yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, that new start, that fresh starts back. At least in the games that he was healthy and played, looked pretty good. And I mean, with the Suns hooping right now, like there's no need to really rush him back. So I hope they don't like force him to come back too early the way he keep re-aggravating the same injury. I think he just got unlucky, honestly. Like it's just bad luck right now. But I feel like if they approach the injury the way they should, instead of trying to rush him back just to see how he look on the court, then he'll be all right.
Yeah, you was right, Dezo. He re-aggravated that hamstring. I wasn't familiar with what it was. I just knew he had went down. I'm like, damn, what happened to him? But yeah, he re-aggravated that hamstring. And say that he is available to play. So, we kind of just excited to see what they would look like with him. Because that team has been a dangerous team in the West recently. So,
Yeah, but
It's
like Jay
crazy.
said though, I hope they don't like rush him. Like I know he available to play, but if he's still hurt, man, go through the real rehab and don't just get him out there. Because like I said, they hooping without him. Like, they've been
yeah,
a solid team, so don't just force him just to when we like don't need him at the moment. You feel me?
He ain't
yeah.
missed a game behind the last 2 years, which is crazy. Now he get to Phoenix. Like he's played all 82. We know niggas don't do that nowadays. So the fact as soon as he get to Phoenix, now he got the injury bug is kind of like I said, it's just unlucky for her.
hmm Yeah, just a little bit of unluckiness, but we can go ahead and move on to the next topic. Next topic. Now we gonna swing things over to the east, man. This is a topic that Dez personally wanted to talk about, man. We got Giannis and his him getting reactivated. He reactivated another injury as well. He got injured. He's out for about a month, I believe, about 4 to 6 weeks. But he also drew signs during that game of disinterest of being on the court. And Dez got a few choice words for Giannis, man. I'm gonna let you go ahead and take off.
Yeah, I wasn't a fan of how Giannis has been performing in these last couple games before his injury. I think he's quitting on his team, and it's kind of sad to see. We've never seen this from Giannis. I know we talked about it a little bit. You know, like the media kind of portrays certain guys as like good guys or bad guys. We've always known Giannis as one of those good guys. You know, people don't really see any wrong with Giannis, but the past couple games, man, Giannis barely been shooting the ball. You know, getting 10 shot attempts or something like that. Like they need Giannis to be that dominant force for them to compete in any game. And in the few games I did watch, Giannis was just lackluster. Like he just was cruising pretty much. Possessions where he wasn't even getting up and down the court. So I just feel like that's a sign of you quitting on your team, and then he would go in the press and say the team isn't good or such and such did this, did that. So I just feel like Giannis is kind of putting a bad image for himself right now, and I just feel like he's a pivotal player in this league, and I just feel like he's somebody that like people look up to and look after. So it's like you can't be out here moving like you quitting on your team or you don't care about what the team is doing. So I don't really know what Milwaukee gonna do. I personally don't feel like this injury he just had is a real injury because like from what I was seeing, it just like seemed like he just went down and was like, I really don't want to play with y'all no more. Like, and then all of a sudden y'all for 46 weeks. So I don't know.
Which is it's kind
I
of
don't
real
know
contradictory too, Diz, because Giannis always had those moments where he'd get in the media as well and be like, "Nah, yeah, I'm sticking with my roster and with this team and the organization." But like you said, the level of play, like he'd get out there like he don't get no fuck. G. Like
at
he
all, man. And we know Giannis can easily go off for 20,
every
30.
night.
You know what I'm saying? Every night, like easily. You know what I'm saying? So it's like when you're not doing those type of things, I feel like it's alarming.
Yeah,
Hmm. Yeah, it's reports saying that he has a calf strain. He's been out. He's going to be out for 4 to 6 weeks. You know, them calf strains been very, they've been very notorious recently with a lot of our superstars in the league where they have calf strains and they go out there and they kind of push themselves past the limit than they should, and they end up, having rupturing their Achilles or whatnot. So maybe he's just taking his time. He's just gonna take his time. They already asked. There's no point in him forcing shit because they might not even make a run for the playoffs at all this season. But yeah, I'm not 100% sure what's going on with Giannis, bro. Because I was talking to y'all before the pod. I'm gonna just bring it up now. I feel like the media is allowing him to get away with calling out his teammates just a tad bit too much. I feel like it's a little bit too much crying going on with him because he also created this environment, in my opinion. Like you went out there, you told the team what you wanted. They got the players that you wanted. They went out and got Dame. That shit didn't work out. Y'all niggas wasn't hooping together. Then that shit didn't end up working out. Unfortunate injury, yeah, unfortunate injury. I'm sorry, but they did a lot of the shit that you told them to do. And now that they're in this situation that your quote unquote GM moves as a player didn't work out, now the team asks it's because you wanted this. Like this is what it is. We've been telling you, Giannis, you should have left, but you got the championship. You want to stay. You want to be a part of them Dirks, them Kobe's, them all those. Like you got to just shut up and bite the bullet. Sometimes it feel like I don't know. That's just me though. That might be a hot take. I know a lot of people saying like they excusing his behavior, but that crybaby shit with me, that shit don't fly. I don't like that shit, bro. You steady throwing niggas under the table. You got motherfucking young stars on your team. I ain't gonna say stars, but young players on your team that clearly show that they want to make improvements and they want to be better players. So I don't know. What you got to say though, Jay, before we move on?
I feel like Giannis set himself up the same way Dame did years ago, where you talk about other guys moving teams and exercising their freedom to go where they want to be, and now he's stuck there because after all these years of talking shit about James Harden and KD and guys who gonna leave a team when the team not really doing what they need them to do, you kind of stuck there. Like he can't, and I feel like that's why he throwing these little these slight crybaby like little fits or whatnot because he know he can't come out and just outright say I don't want to be here no
yeah,
more because you
Uh-huh.
didn't talk shit all these years. You know what I mean? So now he got to just deal with it. And I feel like when you can't fully express what you feeling, that's how we get the Giannis that we got currently because
yeah,
he can't fully express and say I want to get the fuck out of here. You know what I mean? So
Uh-huh.
he set himself up in that way. I do think with having to overexert himself because I know last month or started this month he putting on some games. You know what I mean? He was putting up some numbers, and then that just stopped. But I feel like he probably hurt himself in that run. Uh, I don't think he's like faking an injury or nothing like that. But it just ain't the same Giannis that we know. We've come to expect. So
Uh-huh.
yeah. play devil's advocate, Reese, I will say, like, even though the Dame situation didn't work out, I felt like the Bucks were kind of like certain teams where it comes to not making moves quick enough. Like, yes, we won a championship, and Brooke and Bobby and Chris Middleton, Drew Holiday, all these guys, they look well, but we waiting until Brooke has 50 and can't move no more to finally get him off the roster. You feel me? Like,
Yeah.
got a generational talent in Giannis, so we have to move with the times. And although Dame didn't work out, I feel like the organization and the GM didn't do a proper job of consistently like building that team and making them a playoff contender for real after the championship. Honestly,
Yeah,
because once Boston assembled that team, Bucks didn't do anything outside of getting Dame and keeping the same old niggas that they had for real, for real.
Yeah.
Yeah, they did. They did hold on. They did the same thing we talked about in the buyers and sellers video, which is dropping. They held on to pieces and that too long. They didn't want to pull the trigger on the championship roster. They had that I guess that still that love for that roster, that love for that core starting five for a little too long, and then they ended up tanking their value, and now they got trade pieces that just they just got players that just don't fit around Giannis. That's not a good team around Giannis, and I think that's where his frustration comes from. Is that it's not that all of the players are necessarily ass. It's just they're ass for his system, like his his heliocentric system he likes to run, which is perfectly fine because he's like one of the probably the greatest power forward of our generation, at least in this era, in these 2010s era, so 2020s
You
era, I
need to
should say.
figure that shit out though, man. Cause I need you, Giannis. I got you on my fantasy team, so I need you, man. There's real paper on the line. And you fucking around, bro. Come on, man.
I didn't even know. I forgot you had Giannis weak ass. Hey, he out for a month. Shit, I got Jokic. That nigga out for a couple months. Yeah, we in the same boat right now. We can go ahead and move on though. Next topic, man. We got your Clippers, Dez, man. Your Clippers, boy, them motherfuckers been on fire. Them boys, they are 15-3 in their last 18 games. Kawhi Leonard has been amazing. James Harden has been doing his thing. We talked about it a little bit in the buyers and sellers video. Well, like players like Zubac went down and they turned it around, but he came back and he's been performing. What you got to say about your Clippers recently, man?
I don't have a whole lot to say about him because we spoke on them, but you know, I just love to see when my guy Kawhi is out there performing, man. He's been having I think this honestly might be one of his better statistical seasons in his career. Just all across the board, he's been great, man. So it's good to see them turn the season around. And then they still got a couple players I think that's injured or been dealing with injuries that's still on their way back. So that's good to see. Just hopefully they can keep it up and just see where they can land. You know, going until like this All-Star break. I think they can make a push. You know, maybe to get out of the play and maybe depending on how good they play and like other teams are playing. But yeah, I think Kawhi is like almost at 50, 40, 92. So that's something to look out for. He been killing, man. So it's good to see, but I just don't like playing catch up, you know what I'm saying? So that's really what they doing, and that's like a bad way to think about shit, but you know, it's been looking good so far. So
And you know what, Dez, I was gonna say too, the worst part about them starting off so poorly is that they could go on a crazy run and still end up as like the 7th seed, 8th seed, and got to
yeah,
play
it's like
Nuggets or play the
it's
Thunder
like you
first.
playing catch up all year for real.
Yeah,
It's like, you know,
I know.
um,
Years ago when not even years ago, shit. Outside of last year when the Lakers were constantly in the play-in, it's like you set yourself up to play one of the better teams in the first round. You know what I mean? So
Yeah,
they hooping right now, but that type of stuff come to bite you in the ass once postseason come around.
yeah, when you put it like that, yeah, because you're gonna fuck around and play like the Thunder,
Feel
the
me?
Nuggets, and
I was
shit
finna
like that.
say.
Yeah, so
Currently as it
yeah,
stands, they are the 10th seed, and if they were to win that play-in game against the Trailblazers, who the 9th seed, they would have to play the Thunder first round, and that would be a
Right.
tough ass way to start off. The same difference last year; they had to play the Nuggets first round. Them know, wasn't it? Was it the Nuggets first round? I'm pretty sure it was the
it was
Nuggets
the
first
Nuggets
round.
rush
It
first round.
was.
Yeah,
It
they had to
was.
play
yeah, it
the
was
Nuggets
the
first
Nuggets.
round, and they took them to 7. And that same team that they took to 7 took the championship team to 7. So if you
Yeah.
just give yourself some type of rest with these type of older players you got by getting an easier, more favorable first round matchup, which is pretty hard in the West. I'm not saying it's a lot of easy teams in the West, but having to play the championship, the defending champions, probably potentially first round is that's a rough one for the Clippers. But yeah, Kawhi Leonard is having his best season. I got a question for y'all. Do y'all think, regardless of seed, do y'all think Kawhi Leonard's performances is going to give him a case to be able to make All NBA like first team damn near potentially? Because he might be like, if he keep up this rate, he might be the best small forward in the league right now. No
I
bullshit.
was thinking, for
Picture.
the simple fact that a lot of guys gonna miss the cut due to injuries and whatnot. So I feel like the all NBA list is gonna be shaken up. And we're gonna see guys who we probably didn't think would make it initially. We also gonna see guys who would have been on third team, second team, like just get moved up. You know what I mean? So
Yeah, I was about to say during the 65 game limit or so, that might him, but as well, I don't know because we got a lot of guys in that MVP race, and I think the All NBA is positionless as well too. You feel me?
Oh,
Yeah,
they
so
moved
I
it to
feel like it might be like
positions.
second team at best for Kawhi.
Yeah.
Just like Vaughn said, I think it is positionless when it comes to the All NBA. Maybe just because probably like the requirements and everything like that. So
It
I can see
is.
probably second team for him. But he's been hooping though, man. So
That's
he's
what it
looking like
is.
the best small forward in the league right now.
he can do better than KD.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, hell yeah. They team just fucking suck. But yeah, he been playing better than
Hold
I don't
KD.
on.
know.
Hold
I
on.
don't
What
know.
you?
KD been on some shit, G. Like
Man,
KD's been
Kawhi been on some shit. You talking about some KD been on some
man.
shit. Kawhi been on
KD
some
been on
shit,
some
like
shit
some
on
real shit, bro.
a playoff team though. Fuck you talking about?
Yeah, that's cool. They team, yeah, they had a better
It
start,
ain't
but
their team, it's him though. KD, he the only consistent on their team for real. Like I know
Jay,
niggas love to get credit to a man and LP, but them niggas have
yeah,
not been what KD's been, G.
don't
I'm
make
just
me
giving
have
you
to
the facts.
defend Kawhi Leonard on this
KD
goddamn
been hooping, but he
podcast,
ain't been
bro.
doing what Kawhi been doing. I'm telling you, bro. Like not to that
Man,
degree, bro.
the numbers look very similar. The only difference is we used to not seeing Kawhi as play during the regular season, and we used to seeing KD do the same shit year after year, folks.
I'm about to say that's really what it is, G. When
Come
a
on,
nigga
G.
ain't played in a while and he come back really doing what we
But
know he
but
capable
speaking of
of.
like this last like month of basketball, the numbers have not been similar, bro. They couldn't be similar. Like Kawhi's been averaging like 30 plus. I don't think
Y'all,
KD been doing that shit in the last month, bro.
are y'all really finna make me side with Dez
Unless
on the
I'm wrong,
Kawhi
I don't
Leonard
think
take?
KD been doing that shit in the past month, bro.
You can side with the nigga G. Kawhi been hooping. He's been playing slightly better than KD over the last month or
Slightly.
so. Enough
Ain't no
G.
slightly nothing, Jay.
Oh,
Are we not
I
looking
ain't
at
gonna
what
lie.
KD
I
doing
ain't gonna lie,
too,
G.
G?
KD's so consistent, his shit get like
No, KD has been hooping though. But
overshadowed.
like, if you
man,
pull
y'all
up
done made me
Kawhi numbers
drop
in
the
this
green
last
screen
month,
back here,
bro.
nigga.
I say, like I do think Kawhi I will give him the edge, but I don't think the margin, like the gap, is big as y'all saying it. You feel me? It's like a 1A, 1B type shit.
And and,
I don't think the gap that big
and
because
you know what?
KD's so consistent. He's probably one of the most consistent players we've ever seen in history. You feel me? So that 27 we get every night, it look good. It don't look as good as when Kawhi give you 40, then come back and give you a 22 that average out to that 27. You feel me? G? Like
Hey Vaughn, just to answer this, bro. What letter come before B? Like what if A or B? Which one come first? If it's
like
one
I
A,
said,
if it's one A, one B,
I would
Kawhi
say
one A.
I would say Kawhi is better right now.
Okay then, yeah.
I wouldn't say it's a big ass gap. You feel me? Like
Oh, you want to know why it's a big ass gap? Because he's playing elite defense as well too. Let's talk about that. Like
KD is playing terrible defense this season, according to the
he's
metrics.
playing
His
elite
defense is
defense on top of giving you 30 points a game, damn near, bro. And I just told you almost at 50, 40, 90. I think I seen some stats today saying 40,
Man, hey,
90.
when we look at the teams as well though, this nigga Kawhi got options. Like they got guys. He got James Harden next to him that can really just go get a bucket no matter what. KD don't got that fault. Like he's the
he in
point guard
50,
a lot
40,
of
90
times.
too,
G.
this.
yeah. I agree with you, Jay.
He don't got that. What you mean Sengun? He got Sengun as.
Man, them niggas not
When Sengun is
consistent.
there,
G.
Sengun is the main. I swear to
Them
God,
niggas
when
not
Sengun is there,
consistent.
Sengun damn near the number one option when Sengun is there, bro.
Man,
Sengun just
it's
missed a
bad
lot of
basketball.
games.
It's bad basketball when Şengün the number one option. I'm
I
telling you.
agree, but Sengun just missed a lot of games though. Like, but when you watch them play, Sengun is really like the engine of the offense. KD just kind of filling in after that. But KD been still like
Fell in
giving
with the
you
27.
almost 32.
Yeah, I just think going on as the season go on, G, like I can't see Kawhi putting up 40, 40, 40 to what we just like, oh yeah, Kawhi gonna get it. I feel like KD gonna be top 3 seed, top 4 seed,
Yeah,
putting up
that's true too.
putting up the same numbers as Kawhi, and Kawhi gonna be on the play in. It just
I
Oh,
all
feel
gonna
like
come down.
I feel like with them playing so poorly, like to begin the season, KD is gonna get the edge. But like like I said, statistically, like Kawhi has been better, bro. I mean, I
Are
don't really know what to
we
say.
are
That
we
shit. That
sure? Are we sure that the Rockets are good enough to be a top 4 seed? Because they have been
And I don't,
ass.
I personally don't think
They
the
have been
Rockets are
hot
gonna be able
ass.
to sustain a top 4 seed.
Keep it 100
I mean, when you
outside
look at
of
the
the.
teams underneath them, they're not that good. It's the Suns, it's the Timberwolves. We've already talked about the Timberwolves being mid. The Suns, the Lakers, none of them teams are just like, oh yeah, they're gonna pass the Rockets.
I
Bro,
say
All them
outside of
teams,
the Nuggets and the OKC Thunder, I don't see no teams where it's just like, oh, they're gonna
none,
be a top
none.
team
G.
better than this XYZ team. You feel me? Like
regular season wise, I definitely see them teams that y'all just named can definitely put
they're
up a
better than the
string of
Rockets.
games. Put up a string of games that'll make them compete with the Rockets record. The Suns is one game behind them niggas. Like they
I'm
just
just saying that's what I'm
that's what
saying though. I don't see any of them just like passing them up wholeheartedly. You feel me? Because the Rockets aren't a bad team. Now we talk about like their slouches and what they can fix, but at the same time, they're not gonna go on no 10-game losing streak type shit. You feel me?
it don't have to be in the West. It don't have to be a 10-game lose streak. You can lose
I
3 in a
don't, but
row.
I
You
don't
can
in the
lose 3 in
West.
a row, and
You
you
got
with 8, 9 seed.
the
Hey,
Suns
Reed,
can easily lose 3 in a row. You feel me?
before
Like
we,
we they
I
all
was
got to
about to
play
say,
the Thunder. They all got to
right.
play the Lakers. They all got to play the Nuggets. Like all of these teams got to play these teams. And the West
Yeah.
so fucking stacked. I don't know who gonna get that edge. Just like last year when we was debating on who gonna be in the play in and who not.
I ain't gonna lie to you. I definitely see. Hold on, let me look at this right quick. I gotta tell you exactly. I think that the Suns can make a push. I think the Timberwolves can turn it back around again. They were on the push. They were on the run at one point. They can definitely go on the run and pass them up. The Lakers is the only team that's right under them or got the exact same record. Actually, they got the same exact record as them.
Yeah,
Well, I don't.
with the Timberwolves, I think they just play more games than the Rockets right now because
Yeah,
they
they
have the
have.
same.
They played 3 more games to them.
They
That's
played three
all.
more games and they have the same amount of wins as them. They just have 3 more losses because they played 3 more games.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is how I look at it. I'm looking at the teams and who I think better on paper. I think the Rockets are better than all of them teams, so I would expect the season to go in the Rockets' favor. G. I'm not picking Dylan Brooks as my second option to pass the fucking Rockets.
I
Like,
ain't
Yeah,
either.
I agree. I
you
agree.
hear me?
I don't agree. The Rockets is they so
Hey,
ass. I'm telling you, bro. Every time I watch them niggas, it pisses me off. Them niggas is some. They just give. They have the type of offense that can lose them games to random ass teams on any given night on a consistent basis. They lose to teams that they shouldn't on a normal basis. Like that's just a normal thing for them. Just lose to teams that like we going into this night, we know we the better team. They might drop that fucking game, G. I'm not gonna lie to you.
right,
But then again, they might go out there and suit up and perform and outperform a top seed, but then lose to a shitty team. Like, so yeah.
yeah. Shout out to Kawhi and the Clippers though. I know that
I'm
was.
about to say I was about to
Yeah.
really back
Shout out
that.
to
Shout
them
out to
niggas.
Kawhi though. They has been hooping.
Yeah.
They ass hooping. They ass hooping.
Now
Hey,
to
do y'all
Kawhi, he
think?
definitely hooping better than that KD nigga though.
Hey, do y'all think they contenders? Like, if they make the
Nah,
playoffs
I don't think
like,
they contenders, bro.
with this current construction.
No.
Okay.
When you say contenders, G,
That's
like
what I was about to say. I was about
out
to say.
west so fucking hard. I ain't gonna lie. If you a top 6 seed in the out west,
Do you
I
a
feel like
contender?
all of them teams can make a push with the
I'm
right
not mad
like
at that. I'm not mad at
with the
that.
right
Bro.
roster. Whether it's before or after trade deadline, and everybody on the same queue, I feel like top 6 teams out west all can easily make a push for that like contender. You feel me? And win that
But
chip.
Reese did make a good point how they did take Denver to 7 last year.
I was finna,
And
Exactly.
then Denver took OKC to 7. So I mean, it's a chance for sure.
Yeah.
I was just gonna
But
say that, Des. I was
I
gonna
don't know.
say with how the league is now, it's whoever healthy. It don't need. It don't.
Literally,
Need,
Reese.
it ain't
Literally,
about.
Reese.
It ain't about who got the better team half the time. It's about whatever team is more ready to play. So if they come into the playoffs with all their pieces, and say the OKC missing J Dub or something, we fuck around lose to them niggas in like a 6 or 7 game type of series. And it might go to the down to the wire, but
Y'all
I'm
might
down.
not want J Dub. I'm just talking shit.
Woo! I was gonna say you
I'm just
talking
saying,
crazy.
G.
He
They
might
ain't been
make.
looking that good. They
Hey,
weren't looking good with him, folks. I'm just saying.
I have seen a stat where like OKC, well, this was like a week or two ago, but they record without him is crazy. Like
Yeah.
it was like 33 to like 1 or some shit like that. Like, it was some wild shit. I'm like, this can't be real. Like,
More
Nah,
than cancer. Nah, I'm fucking with you.
it definitely got something to be said about him and Shea playing next to each other. But we can go ahead and
yeah.
move on from the Clippers, man. I just want to shout them out. I'm mad y'all made me a Clippers fan just now in that segment. But we can move on and celebrating some of our legends from the city. You know, we all from the greater Chicago area. It was a legendary night at the United Center the other night. Derrick Rose was announced as a jersey retirement up in the United Center. He's seen his jersey lifting the rafters. Hometown hero kid, man. Just This is just a legendary moment for real, because we all grew up watching Derrick Rose, even though, like, us three, me, Vaughn, and Jay, Bron fans, but whatnot. But Derrick Rose was my favorite point guard growing up, and I had his shoes and everything. Like, I wanted to play like Derrick Rose, bro. That shit just like it was emotional to watch as a nigga that just grew up loving Derrick Rose. But yeah, like, shout out to Derrick Rose and his jersey retirement, man. That was a legendary speech he gave off too. Like, cause I remember Derrick Rose used to be a nervous nigga, a shy nigga in front of the camera, didn't want to talk. Like, every time he talked, it was like small, short sentences and shit like that. Like, you barely could get emotion out of that nigga, man. That nigga really wear that jacket as like, I know I'm that nigga now, and I know I'm a big figure in the Chicago, like the city of Chicago. So yeah, shout out to Derrick Rose though.
Shout out D Rose, man. Do y'all think I think D Rose a bigger Chicago figure than MJ? Been seeing that like swirling
I
around.
think so.
Definitely. I mean, I personally do, just because he's from Chicago. You know what I'm saying? Kids from Chicago, or just even adults, see like that you can just make it out of Chicago. So I think a lot of people just respect him more than, obviously Michael Jordan brought the championships and shit to Chicago, but like, when you think of Chicago, a lot of people think of Derrick Rose. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Just because, like I said, he's from there, and he showed the people from there that even like in the Chicagoland area that you can make it out. So that that was really good to see, man. I know a lot of people have been questioning that shit because, of course, D Rose ain't win no championships and none of that shit like that. But that's big, man. Just seeing somebody from the hometown come to back to the city and just do what he did, it was crazy, man. Like, back then, I mean, of course, we was all younger and shit, but like, he really had Chicago turned, bro. Like, for real. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, everybody was fucking with Rose. Everybody was fucking with the Bulls because of Derrick Rose. So, like, I don't know. I personally think he's like a bigger figure than MJ, just for the city of Chicago. But as far as like basketball reasons and things like that, I would give it to MJ.
You hit the nail right on the head. What I was about to say, I was literally about to say that as far as the city as a whole, like, Derrick Rose has a way much more of an impact on the city as a whole, just as a person, as a figure, as a monumental figure up in the city of Chicago. Whereas when it comes to the sport of basketball, Jordan holds that weight in the sport of basketball over him. Like, if you think of basketball, like, if you think of just purely professional sports of Chicago, Jordan is that guy. He's that guy for the city. You know what I'm saying? He up there with the Wayne Gretzky's and shit like that. Like, motherfuckers just not gonna think of anybody else but Jordan, for real. But as far as you just thinking of the city for our era, our age, and our like just the 2000s in general, everybody gonna automatically think of Derrick Rose, especially because he just so genuine and homegrown. Like, he feels like so reachable because he's just such a humble guy that come from the same beginnings as all of us in this whole entire Discord call. So, like, that's the difference between him and Jordan. Like, Jordan seemed like I guess like a legendary, it's like a fictional character to people in Chicago. Like, you don't get to see Jordan around the city of Chicago. You feel the presence of Derrick Rose when he's around in Chicago, when he like makes his presence known in Chicago, when he has his pop-up meetings, he gives his giveaways, his basketball games, his celebrity pro-ams he be doing, giving back in the city of Chicago, open up his flower shop, his jersey retirement, all of that shit just adds on to his legacy past the sport of basketball, if that makes sense. So yeah.
That was well said, Reese. Like you said, he reachable. Like, D
Yeah.
Rose, you can see D Rose in the city like multiple times. Like, you might run into him. He might be on the street. I know he give back to the community. And Jordan, as much as he won for Chicago, like, he's just not really active anymore. So I think, with nowadays and social media and just like the generations changing, D Rose definitely got more of a name in the city. We just talking about the city, like you said. So
Yeah.
Shout out D Rose, man.
yeah, shout out D Rose.
Shout out D
Definitely
Rose.
well deserved.
That was a good ass question though, Vaughn, for real. Because I barely seen a little bit of that shit, but I don't be giving that type shit no attention on social media because it be people that's not even from the greater Chicago or
From the
Chicagoland.
Yeah.
Like, I'm seeing niggas talking about you sound dumb as hell in the comments and shit like that, bro. Nigga from motherfucking Arkansas bubble fuck. Like, bro, you don't even know what's going on in the city of Chicago, bro.
You don't even know what's going on.
Man, like, what the hell? Like, how you gonna tell us what we know around our city? Like, that shit crazy as hell. But We can go ahead and move on to the next topic. The next topic we got the All-Star starters. Not the All-Star starters, my bad. I mean the Rising Star starters. That was announced this weekend. Was it today? Actually, did they announce that today, Yvonne?
Oh yeah, that
Yeah,
was today.
yeah, they
Yeah, I think
announced
that
them
might have been
today.
today.
We got for the rookies. They got. Let me see. Let me see what the team was. My bad, man. I'm gonna pull that shit up. But yeah, for the team, we got starting off with the NBA sophomores. We got Matas Buzelis, we got Alex Sar, Stefan Castle, Donovan Klingen, Reed Shepard, Cam Spencer, Keyshawn George, Jalen Tyson, AJ Mitchell, Khalil Ware, and Jalen Wells. And then going on to the NBA rookies, we have Cedric Coward, we have Dylan Harper, Igor Denham from the Brooklyn Nets. We have VJ Edgecombe, we have Con Canoobal, Jeremiah Fears, Colin Murray Boyles, Cooper Flag, and Derek Queen. And then they got the G League team. I forgot that they do the G League team, man. They got Sean East Jr. Never heard of that guy. Elijah Martin, no. Shout out to Ron Harper Jr. as well. He's playing against his brother. That's the real Ron Harper. That's the real Harper twin right there. Tristan Newton, David Jones Garcia, Yang Hansen. Ain't Yang Hansen? Oh, I thought Yang Hansen was in the league already. And then
He is. We're gonna get into it.
yeah,
Yeah.
Giannis Conan. Hey, bro, I ain't gonna lie to y'all. I can't pronounce that dude's name. His name is out of the.
Yeah, don't even try.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Whoa, yeah, his name out of there. But how y'all feel about these rosters though? Do y'all think anybody got like? I ain't gonna say. I wouldn't say it's a snub, but do you feel like they should have put any other talents on here that y'all wish y'all would have seen, or do y'all think this is cool? Like these rosters is nice.
I seen Ace name not on there.
His name not on there. I didn't even think about Ace Bailey as.
Ace Bailey name is not on there.
Who would you take him off? Who would you take off?
I wouldn't take nobody off. I feel like all
Yeah.
these players that's on here are pretty deserving, if you ask
I
me.
do too. I do too.
Ace has had a stretch of good games, the past couple games, but overall this season has been really, really underwhelming for him. I know, like starting off, I think he was dealing with some type of injury or something, so they were trying to just work him in. But as far as like the guys they have on this list, I feel like they actually proved that they should be on this list. So
Facts. Well said, dude. Because I agree.
Yeah. I didn't
didn't
I
know.
didn't even think about that shit. Ace Bailey is not on this list, bro. Is that leads me into a question. Is it too early to have bus conversations about Ace? Because Ace Bailey was
yes, I
supposed to.
believe it is too early. Yeah.
Yeah, I do too.
I would say here was an argument between him or Cooper though, and now it's looking like it's an argument between him as a starter or a bench player. Like that's what it's
Yeah.
like. You feel me? So
I never
Yeah.
thought it was a real argument.
I
I
didn't
thought people
either
were
personally.
I
forcing it.
didn't either. I wasn't.
Yeah.
I never really was a
Facts.
fan of Ace Bailey's game like that. I feel like he just never had the creation enough, that would translate over to the NBA. If that was, it was up to me. He don't have a good handle for real, and he relied a lot on his jump shot, which can be really inconsistent at times. So,
mhm.
um, I never really thought it was an argument.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. They just try to create them storylines. It wasn't really no argument as far as which talent was better at all. But
Mhm.
the fact that that's a top two pick though, like top three pick, just he's not looking like he's panning out over there in Utah, and they looking like they finding the players and pieces that they really want to build around that they drafted years ago. So
I
Yeah,
will
but
say
with these
too, B,
sophomores, it's cool though.
on Ace Bailey case too, with Utah being bad enough to possibly get a top 3 pick, you got to be careful that he don't get brushed under the rug for whoever they do get to bring in this draft. You know what I mean? If they look into AJ, you know what I mean? Ace Bailey getting pushed on the back burner because we know he's not as talented. So I do worry about him being able to really find his role if further past this season. You know what I mean? But
mhm.
right now, he definitely didn't deserve to be on that. So.
Yeah,
I wanna highlight one player on the sophomore team since you brought up the sophomore team. There's Jalen Tyson made it. I remember you niggas was on my ass when we did that parlay, and I told y'all Jalen Tyson be fucking hooping.
I
Yeah,
was
I
just
ain't
about to
gonna.
say that too. I was gonna say this. I like the sophomores and shout out Jalen Tyson because he's definitely been solid as hell this year, like super
Yeah.
fucking solid. Shout out you for pointing that out earlier in the year, but I like Jalen Tyson a lot. AJ Mitchell, of course, he's been pretty solid all year. Um, I've been a big fan of Keyshawn George as well too. A young guy over there in Washington. He been He been pretty smooth.
There's no
Yeah, I think
complaints
that's it.
really. Yeah, there's no complaint.
I was about to say, Reese,
What you say,
Modest
Vaughn?
too.
I wasn't really like too familiar with his game until like I want to say it was Christmas where Jalen was really fucking hooping.
Mhm.
But
Yeah.
he been showing his ass. Shout out to bro though. You feel
Yeah.
me?
He just right place, right time. We've been talking about that shit
Yeah,
all season long on this pod, bro. We've been telling people right place, right time. You just show your
Is
ass at the right moment, you get minutes, bro.
hold on.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was because at first he only got minutes because of lack of availability out of players. You know, with Darius Garland starting the year off bad, with a bad injury and trying to recover. They had Donovan Mitchell running the one, and they was lacking that 2 guard position. So he showed out, and he's in the All-Star weekend. I know this is probably a surreal moment for him because I'm pretty sure that he didn't really play at all last year. Like so,
Yeah, he been
so
solid, bro. Like I be watching their games, like he just be. I love them role players that just be hooping, bro. Like,
yeah,
and it's like he one of them now. It's like when he get that bitch, they just let him rock out, bro. Like it ain't no like why the fuck do he got the ball type shit. Like he really be hooping.
yeah,
Um, I also want to point out CMB, Colin Murray Boys. I told y'all about him, man. He's a hooper. Um, I didn't know how he was gonna fit in Toronto because the spacing over there is fucking terrible, but he find ways to make himself effective on the court. So, and I'm glad he got Scotty over there because he can learn from Scotty and
Yeah.
take on some of those same type of things he be doing on the court. So it's good to see him out there
yeah,
as well.
bro. I definitely want to give you your praise because you brought him up, and I'm like, bro, when you said you put in the chat CMB going crazy, I said, who the fuck is CMB? What the hell? Like, who the fuck is that? He talking about
Wow.
Yeah, him
Colin
and
Murray Boyles. I said, oh, I seen that nigga on 2K. He didn't even have his face scanned in the game. I thought he was ass. So, but he been
yeah,
hooping, bro.
I like those like power forwards like him that um they can switch on to anybody for real and good
Mhm.
passers, can finish at the rim, stuff like that. He got to work on his jump shot still, but overall he's a solid rookie for sure.
Yeah, 6'7" power forward that can guard 1 through 5 at the age of 20 is he got the future ahead of him for sure. So I know that's another surreal moment for him being able to make it into the All-Star weekend.
Yeah,
Hey, y'all see Ricochet not on there? #1 pick from last year, not on there. That's kind of crazy.
he sure not.
Oh
He's
shit!
not.
Like
And
the
he
number
playing
one pick.
good. He
He said
playing
what
good.
happened?
He's playing good. Why is he not on there?
He wasn't playing good
I said he
early. I think
wasn't not early
Yeah, he
on.
wasn't at first.
I
Yeah,
think it's like his ceiling is really just a high level role player. So it's like
Yes.
when you the #1 pick, people just have more expectations. And I think we expect him, well, not even us, but like just people in general expecting more from him than what he can give. Like he's not going to be that player that go out and get a bucket just constantly. He's just a role player, honestly. So
Yeah, 3-and-D.
yeah.
Looking
Honestly,
at
when he was
his
drafted and they was like, because I've never before he was drafted, I did not know shit about him. I'm not even gonna sit here and lie.
Me neither.
But when they was showing like, when they show the highlights and shit when they draft him,
Yeah, little
dude,
player
like
comparison.
I wasn't even impressed by them highlights. So it's
I
like,
wasn't either,
how
Des.
how did he go #1? But personally, when guys are like drafted pretty high and they pan out to just be high level role players, I don't have a problem with that because everybody has a role in the NBA. So it's like, just because you were the #1 pick and you become a solid role player, I think you can still have a successful career with that. So, but I'm just surprised to not see him on here though, just because I thought he should have made it just off the fact of being the #1 pick the
#1
year
pick.
before. I feel like that made the league look kind of crazy. I ain't gonna lie. Like
For real.
the hell.
I don't want to sound like no crazy casual right now. But moving on to the G League players, but I feel like you got to put some fun players in that G. I don't want to disrespect these niggas because they professional players. They obviously do. They work hard at their craft. They deserve this moment in some way, shape, or form. But don't nobody want to see these niggas. I'm gonna keep it 100. I don't want to see none of these niggas play. You got to throw a Bronny on that bitch. You got to throw a Mac McClung
Bro.
on that hole. You got to throw
Not
somebody.
lying though.
Bro, no bullshit. Like, you got to spice the game up, bro. When these niggas get in the game, they fuck around, beat the sophomores and rookies. If they make it to the final game, the crowd is going to leave. Nobody's going to fucking watch them niggas play that last part. Don't nobody want to see no damn Elijah Barton give 20 on niggas. I'm sorry. Like I said, these niggas probably deserve this spot. They probably deserve that spotlight. And like Yang Hansen, we was talking Yang Hansen in the NBA, I thought. Ain't he supposed to be no
Elijah
fuck?
Martin too. He in the NBA too. He played for the Raptors.
Oh,
I
okay.
literally just was seeing him in the fucking game. So like some of these guys are on like two ways.
Yeah,
So they
like
really be playing in some games and don't be playing. So I don't know how the fuck You know what I'm saying?
They probably the best, you know what I'm saying? They probably the best two-way players out there. That's why they got picked. But we don't want to see the best niggas in the G League. I'm sorry. We want to see the names in the G League that got buzz around they shit for real, for real.
Yeah.
Like I said,
bro.
you gotta boost the ratings up. Come on, NBA, like lock in. Think smarter, bro.
There be some niggas in the G killing, like overkilling in that bitch, bro.
yeah.
So,
Like
You
no
know what, too,
bullshit.
though? Like, another way to view it for real. If a G League team come out and beat the rookies, beat the sophomores, that ain't no good look, G.
yeah,
It ain't
no,
no
you right.
good
Like,
look.
I don't want to put nobody go that's gonna go too crazy and beat my number one pick, my top 3 picks, my top 4 picks. So I like I said, I mean, I'm not too familiar with the G League, honestly, so I don't know who hooping, who not hooping. These guys could be the best of the best for it. Who knows? But I feel like if they put together too good of a roster, that ain't gonna be a good look. Like, why is my face of my league, my future of my league getting their ass whooped by some guys who can't make it to the league? You know what I mean?
Straight
So
up. Ain't lying.
No, you ain't lying for real. Like I said, man, Yang, they did good with Yang Hansen. Everybody loved, they call him the Asian Jokic. You know, everybody loved. Motherfuckers want to see him. Yeah, I want to see Yang Hansen. I wouldn't mind Ron Harper Jr. playing against his brother. That create a good storyline. But after that, bro, it's not a lot of entertainment out of that team, bro. So,
yeah.
but at the same time, they could show out. They could pull up and show out, and then now I know their name. So, but that's
Right.
all I got with the Rising Stars. We can go ahead and move on to the last segment of the day. I know label players of the week, man. Label players of the week. I'm gonna let you go ahead and go first, though, Dezo.
My label player of the week is Evan Mobley. He's had a few good games in his last like 3 or 4. Of course, he's gonna give you that defense, but I think he's given good offensive output too. Cleveland ain't been the best this year, so I really can't really fuck with him too much. And then also he did just go down again with another injury where I think he'll be out for, I think they said maybe like 3 to 4 weeks or something like that. So get well soon to him. But overall, he's played solid in like the past week or so.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's averaging 18 points, 10 rebounds, 3 assists in his last 5, and he had an explosive game against Sacramento where he had basically 30 point triple double. He had 29, 13, and 7 with 4 blocks, shooting 54%. That's impressive as shit. Yeah, he's been doing his part. I will say that he's been holding up his end of the bargain. So yeah, shout out to Evan Mobley, bro. He's just been showing why he deserves to be as a top power forward recently and trying to help this Cavs team find their footing. But I'm gonna let you go ahead and go next, Jay. Who you got for your label play of the week?
I got my boy Cameron Boozer. I think it's his second time being my representative for label player of the week. I mean, he's just taking care of business as a solidified top 3 pick. College games they don't play every day like the NBA. So I think he's only in the last 10 days they played 3 games, but he's hooped, 27, 11, and 4. Like, that's slight work for him. All 3 wins, I think, too, by 20 plus points, if I'm not mistaken. So Duke hooping, he hooping. I can't say too much more about him.
Man, like, wow, that guy right there, that boy Cameron Boozer, I ain't gonna lie, he's different. He is definitely different. I was doubting him a little bit. Just because I felt like his game was so like heavily relying on his physical dominance, and it gave off like a vibe of a player that he just built better as a human specimen than most people in college. But then you really think about it, niggas in college like 25, 26 nowadays. So he doing this shit. He making motherfuckers look like little boys out there. No bullshit. And he's the most efficient player in college right now. It's not even a question. The most efficient nigga. So I think he a lot to be the number 1 pick. So shout out to Cameron Boozer. And his great performance against Louisville, making that Louisville top 20 team look like they were just basically some kids out there. Next, I'll go ahead and go next, man. Label player of the week, I got my boy Tyran Stokes, man. Shout out Tyran Stokes. He just hit 2,000 career points. He just got his 2,000 career point in high school. I know he went to multiple different high schools, but it's just a great feature for him. And I also seen an interview recently where he was talking about how in a lot of NCAA coaches or a lot of like professional coaches was reaching out to him in his junior year saying like, hey, you should come, you know what I'm saying? You should just come skip a year and do the same thing Cooper Flag did, where it's like, bro, we know you we know you better than everybody in this whole entire nation as far as high school players. Like, this is a waste of your time. And he was like, nah, I want to stay in high school because I want to continue to work on my game. I want to show that, like, that I'm not fully ready as much as y'all want me to seem like I am. But I'm gonna work on my game, and I'm gonna show y'all that I can carry a team. Like, he didn't say that specifically carry a team, but he's going to carries a team in the same way Elijah Arenas did, where it's like that helps you develop for real. Like, going to a public school, showing his ass, and beating some of these top ranked teams, and just dominating the Seattle's high school sports scene. That's why I want to shout him out, man. He just hit a career milestone, man. So, yeah, Tyran Stokes is my label player of the week. But last and very not least, we got Vondo, man. Von Inc. Going in, shout out to a player, man.
First time guy, we've been waiting for him to, he finally getting this shit together. We got Zion Williamson this week. You feel me? Freaky Z, man.
Freaky Z, shout out Freaky.
Freaky Z, man. Through all the social media and shit he get back on that court. Like, I don't know if y'all have been tuning to the games, but he just gave generational defender Wemby crazy work. You feel me? Like, just really went through his chest all game. I ain't gonna lie to you too. Like, he really just dogged his ass. And the averages over the last couple of games don't look as great because he did go out early against the Pistons, like 15 minutes and 4 points. But other than that, he giving you 23 right now, 23, 6 and 6 for real. But I ain't gonna say 6 and 6. My fault. 6 and 5. I count around. We got Zion Williamson this week, man. Shout out Zion. That's my dog. I know we go way back.
Yeah, barring that game against the Pistons where he had that knick-knack injury and had set out for that game, he been fucking showing his ass, bro. No bullshit. Like, he hooped against Houston. He hooped good against Memphis, and then he also dominated that matchup head-to-head against Wemby. He made Wemby look like he wasn't shit for real on defense. I know everybody be hyping him up so much and raving about him, Wemby's defense. Like, even me, I think Wemby is the best defender in the league, but Zion went at him the whole game, like you said, the best rim protector in the league.
Ain't that like the second time this year Zion did that to him too, or am I tweaking?
Yes,
because I think in the last time they played, Zion was going at him. I remember Wemby like blocked this shit or something, but like Zion like went right back at his ass. Yeah, so Zion be getting up for them Spurs games for sure.
Yeah, and with them performances and that last performance he had against San Antonio Spurs, that rewarded him with the podcast pick and roll player of the week, man. So Von Inc. got the second podcast player of the week. Yes, sir. You took his ass off, man. That little ass tiara you just put on your head. But no, yeah. Shout out Zion Wilson. Shout out Von Inc. That's an impressive feat out of Zion to be able to go at a player like that. Like I said, but that's all we got for y'all today for the Pick and Roll podcast episode. Links gonna be in the description for our socials. Support us, like, share, and subscribe, man. And any closing remarks, fellas?
Appreciate the love, man.
Just keep supporting, man. Appreciate y'all.
Yes, sir. We'll see y'all next week. We out of here.